set based on the Clone Wars 75314, the Bad Batch attack shuttle, 969 pieces, and we're about well into, I'd say, bag 3. We have part of the shuttle begun, and again, the color scheme and everything looks really cool. I wouldn't necessarily say it looks or feels like a Star Wars set just because of that blue-gray, that really cool blue-gray color. So it's unique. And then, of course, the minifigures are also really unique. Not knowing this storyline very well, but yeah, you get the 5 minifigures, the clone or the Bad Batch clones. Really cool backstory. You get a Gonk droid, kind of a connection to the original Star Wars, and just some fun box art there. Give you an idea. I don't know if I showed this part before with all the Bad Batch clones, and this time give you an idea of what's in this set. Clones without helmets on, and a little more detail into the playability of this set. And yeah, 75314 Bad Batch attack shuttle, 9+, but really fun for any age. Just a fun build. And talking with everyone in the live stream the last couple days of doing this set, it's been fun to talk about this in relation to Star Wars collecting and just collecting Lego in general. John Powell is here. Hello, John Powell. Hello, Justin Jago. Welcome, welcome. If you like Lego, you like talking about Lego, please like and subscribe. Join the live stream, and we will continue to build on building bag 3 of the Bad Batch set and just talking Lego. And oh yeah, show off some of the completion parts, the bike speeders or the hovercraft type things with the minifigures. Lots of detail there. This is Crosshair, the name of the minifig there. And we have, oh, I forget, we have Hunter with a dagger being used in the Star Wars universe. It just seems so antiquated, but there we go, dagger on it. Not necessarily his, but right now I have to build up the other minifig that goes with this. Echo, I think, goes with this one, the green speeder. So lots of fun building going on here and trying to keep it going with a nice flow. As we started out the week before with the attack of the Dark Troopers in this diorama set, which was a fun build. So getting back into Star Wars slowly, smaller sets, and just enjoying the conversation with everyone. John Powell says, good set, especially if you like Bad Batch. Personally, I love the characters. Yeah, the characters are so unique, John Powell. Yeah, just looking at this set, it obviously has a Star Wars connection, but it looks so unique. Like, I wouldn't necessarily place it. If there was no Star Wars label on this, I wouldn't necessarily think of it as Star Wars. Maybe I might even think of it as like Blacktron or one of those other sub-themes. But yeah, the characters are cool. The backstory is really interesting. And, you know, I think it ties into better dramatic writing for the Star Wars universe and the side dramas, or the, you know, the not what would you call them, spin-off shows that went into the Star Wars animation series. And I even watched those with my younger son. He was watching the Clone Wars series, animated series, and really enjoyed it. And I got into the episodes with him. I'm like, these are really well done. So good backstories. It's kind of like almost like the equivalent of an old school TV show drama of like a World War II squad or something like that, but of course in the Star Wars universe. So yeah, really good storyline. Hey, Brick Together. Brick Together. Hope you are doing well. Got to see you guys live stream earlier. Building up a set that I was thinking about recently when I was doing all the Harry Potter sets, the Triwizard, which I also have in my backlog. So that could have been one. I could have said, oh, we could collab on that, but very cool set. And kudos to you guys for staying up late to say hello. Just love it. John Powell says, yes, each one is so different from the others. Yeah, the Bad Batch, such a, just, yeah, good writing, good storyline. And I don't know if there's anything else Lego could do with that side story, but in any case, it's definitely a good Lego set to build and talk about, and compared to other Star Wars sets. So as I finish up bag 3, hopefully all of bag 3, because I want to get into this shuttle build and just see how it goes and see what it looks like. Brick Together, if you like Clone Wars, you will like Bad Batch. Brick Together says that would have been a great collab set for us to build together. Yeah, the Triwizard. How are you guys liking it? It looked, I couldn't tell exactly from the screen because I was looking on my phone, but how far in are you guys in on that set? Curious too, like how, like when you get to start to build the ship, because there's what, there's the ship, and then is there a carriage, like a horse-drawn carriage? I own this set and I forget. And not knowing Harry Potter that well, I like that set for the build alone. Just that it looks like 15th century type of Spanish galleon type of ship, something very historic. So that's what attracted me to the build, and of course just Harry Potter themed sets are really well done. Again, there's so many on that theme, but yeah, lots of great themes for Lego. Harry Potter, Ninjago, Star Wars. I still like the Marvel sets. I like the older ones I got. I haven't really, well, other than the Avengers Tower, that would be an amazing set to have, but I don't know. Steering away from the $500 sets these days. The sails are awesome looking into. I think it's gonna be a nice looking set. It's a little smaller than some of the other ships in our collection, says Brick Together. Yeah, I was wondering, okay. Yeah, I have, for ships, I have the Barracuda Bay ship and the Ninjago Destiny's Bounty. I think those are the only big build ships I have, and then I have like the one that came here. It's kind of a medium-sized ship, I guess, with the Eldorado Fortress. It's kind of buried in there in my shanty town of Lego sets. My ramshackle village back there. But yeah, those ship builds are still cool, regardless. And like I said, the historical look to it looks so good. John Powell says, this shuttle looks really nice when it is finished. I know. I keep anticipating that, and I should get to building more quickly here so I can see what you guys are referring to here, because it looks so good. Man, I am struggling. My voice is, I think my voice is fading on me. We'll see if I can last the whole live stream talking. I might just read your guys' comments and build quietly. Probably not get too much attention, but that's okay. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, John Powell. Love it. Thank you. I don't know what it is where we live. It's like your own inner clock when the seasons change. Like when it goes to summer to fall, my throat gets all dry and everything. And then winter again, and now obviously it's getting into spring. Man, I just get these annoying, I don't know what you call them. I don't want to say it's a cold or anything, but yeah, and then, when you have kids, and kids go to school, you're around a lot of germs, and so it's just like can't catch a break. Brick Together says, oh shoot, I forgot to like when I came in, but that's a good reminder to like. Thanks, John Powell, for putting that reminder out there. Hey, Chris Vick, the Lego Dad. Yes, I will proudly take that title. Thank you, Chris Vick. The baby blue color gives it a completely different look. Yes, exactly. Yeah, this set, I don't know. It's just, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if I like that ship. It doesn't look Star Wars. And my son liked it because of the characters, the Bad Batch minifigures. And then I think it was close to retiring. It went on sale. This usually when I get Star Wars sets, when I'm like, okay, I guess those would be kind of cool. And it went on sale. I'm like, this is a good set. We'll get it. I bet not too many people will end up remembering this set because it's from the Clone Wars, or it's from a unique storyline from the Clone Wars. So we'll see how that goes. But now, yeah, as I'm building it, which is usually all the time now, when I build a Lego set, I mean, you can see what the build looks like primarily from. Oh, this is kind of cool when you connect these two pieces here. Look, that feels very Star Warsy right there. Yeah, when you build a set, you get more insight into what the whole construction looks like, and it just looks so good. So this looks like where the wings are going to connect now. I can tell these kind of pivot points here, which is very fun. It almost looks like turbines. So this build is good. So I build all these sets. I've been building a lot of these sets for the last month and a half or so, and I know I keep saying, oh, this is another good set. These are all sets in my backlog. So if you're new to the channel and you're wondering like, oh, where is that set? Where can I get that set? I hate to say it, but unfortunately, they're all retired sets. I mean, you can get them. You can get the sets. You can buy them on BrickLink, of course, but they are retired sets, so they're not readily available. That's funny. They had me build this up, and on the instructions, it's very subtle. It's kind of like old school instructions. So yeah, I connected these two parts here, connected these two parts here. Then I was looking over at this, which I had built up following along, and like there's no take this piece and put it below this. But then when you look on the next picture here, this one, you can see the blue, and so obviously it goes on the bottom, but they don't do the like picture. I don't see anywhere on this page like take that section and connect it to the bottom. So, hey, I can handle this because I'm 9+, so I noticed that. But that's kind of funny in the build here. But now this is the fun part because I'm starting to see the shuttle come together. There we go. All right, now this looks like something significant. There's no, I'm looking at just the pieces alone that are going into this set. There's no way I would come up with this design. I wouldn't even think of doing this. Like, you'd have to be so familiar with Lego pieces, which is probably why Lego designers have the job they do. You have to be so familiar with pieces to design these kind of things. Like, I thought even early on, before I got back into Lego, I thought a lot of Lego set designs were just computer generated, and it wasn't like real people. Even this is before AI and all that. I mean, real AI anyway. I thought everything was just computer generated, and it's kind of cool to know that there's a lot of Lego designers that humans create these sets. They come up with the designs and everything, and you don't have to search too far nowadays to see, like even at those Brick Fair conferences, just what casual Lego fans, designers come up with thousands and thousands of pieces. So it's really neat to see what people come up with, which is why I like to just collect and follow directions, because it's so therapeutic just to see a build and follow the directions and build it. I just love doing that. John Powell says, oh yeah, kids bring back every virus home from school. They do, and then they refuse to get or take vitamins and all that stuff. So I tell my kids, I'm kind of harsh with them sometimes. I'm like, you guys need to take all the vitamins or whatever medicine we tell you to take, because I don't want to get sick. But this one, I don't know if we could avoid this one. This one's just going around. It's annoying. So yeah. Brickable World says, I was going to stream with Logan, but got busy, so I didn't get to tonight. Bummer. Brickable World, well, thanks for being here, though. I don't know if I gave you the high five welcome. John Powell says, I love seeing older sets getting built. Everyone is building the latest and greatest, which is boring. Awesome. Well, I'm glad, John Powell, because I don't know. I can't keep up with the new stuff, and I definitely can't keep up with the bigger channels. Like all of us, we just like to build what we have. It's fun. I do like showing off new sets every once in a while, but I just like coming back to old sets. And this is not really an old set, right? This is 2021 or so, for a 4-year-old set. But yeah, though these sets, there's so many good builds that Lego puts out they've released a while ago, and they should not be forgotten. By my goodness, they should not be forgotten. And these builds are fun to revisit and show off. And so maybe someday I'll have the Titanic and I'll bring it out, like 3 years later after it's retired, and show it off and build that on the channel, and talk with you guys about the builds. And of course my kids will all be grown-ups, and that'll be crazy. But right now, just enjoying. There's obviously quite a few sets in our backlog. There's one set I have, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with too, the blacksmith house. Is that what it's called? Or it came out also probably around 2020, 2021, but that one I almost passed on, and I'm like, no, it kind of fits in. Well, obviously it fits in well with the castle set, or maybe it's blacksmith shop. Anyways, you guys will recognize that one. That one I want to get out of the backlog, and I don't think the Lego art sets are that interesting, but I did get that Van Gogh one, the Starry Night, so I might have to do those also. I know every live stream you could probably record and say, this is what you said you do next, and then you changed directions, but I will get to those. And it's Brick Therapy prerogative, right? Brick Therapy prerogative in what we build here. Hey, R&B. Glad to hear it, my friend. Things are getting better. Very good, very good. Brick Together says, yeah, I like doing the new stuff, but there's nothing wrong with doing something from your backlog. No, sir. I love it. Hey, Raccoon. Raccoon V Edits is back. Let's go. Welcome, welcome. Mrs. Brick Together sneaks in and looks around like, Mrs. Brick Together not giving me the sunglass or the Z's yawning emoji. That is very cool, and I love it. You got to screen capture that chat right there. Mrs. Brick Together, and not Mr. Brick Together, greeting each other. I love it. That's so cute. That's a fun greeting to see on the channel. So the Tri-Wizard set, that is in the backlog, and oh yeah. So like, what would be on my top 5 list of sets in my backlog to do next? I know R&B, you said do the Lego Movie 1 set. That one's already built, so I'll come back to it. So that's why I brought out Lord Business, just to have standing here, a tribute to your request. But I don't know if I'll get to that one. But yeah, for sure, the Tri-Wizard, for sure. Although Brick Together just did that one, so maybe I gotta be a little different from Brick Together. So I don't know, maybe that Van Gogh set, that Starry Night one. I wonder how interesting that would be on a live stream, because it seems like that might be a lot of layering type of texture pieces, which might not seem all that interesting, but we'll see. There's one, the blacksmith. What was it called? The blacksmith house or shop? I need to look that one up. What was that set called? It was retired in like 2020 or something. Let's see, Lego blacksmith. I need to look that one up. But that one was out for a while. Oh, blacksmith shop, that's it. Yeah, this is the one. Lego Ideas Medieval Blacksmith Shop. There we go. Okay. So that one set 21325. This set right here, looking cool. And yeah, I thought this set would be obviously a good set. I didn't get that medieval village, but that set, that looks like a fun companion set to whatever castle sets someone has in their collection. For me, I got enough castle sets in the collection that would be a great addition to. Raccoon says, I got the new Mandalorian set with 332 troopers from Clone Wars. I'll have to look that one up. That sounds really cool, Raccoon. Was it crazy priced? Was it kind of a battle pack set? Let's see. R&B says, did you get the minifigures yet? I want to see them for the set you're building. Oh, the Bad Batch guys? I've built 2 of them so far. If you're talking about these guys, yeah. I've shown off. There's, oh gosh, I can't remember her name. This is Hunter and Crosshair. So yeah, I gotta build the other guys. I got 2 more that came in the bag I'm working on right now. So yeah, there's 2 of them so far. Oh my gosh. It's not the best construction here for the nose of the speeder here. Grabbed it in the wrong. Don't grab the speeder from the front. These things come right off. Okay. Sometimes Lego doesn't have the best connection there. Brick Together says, I like that ship. It's the sand blue, all the light blue gray gets monotonous after a while. And Raccoon says, I like the green speeder. Yeah, the green speeder. Yeah, that's the thing. The colors, that green speeder helps, right? Big time. If you're looking at it from an aesthetic, you got to have some color, break that up. John Powell says hello to the Brick Together crew. R&B, my wife has the set you showed on your laptop. She has in her office. Oh, very cool. Yeah, that blacksmith one is in my backlog. I am thinking of getting or building that one. I don't know. I like the Star Wars theme right now. We'll think about that. TBD Blocks, sorry, says, I'll be starting my biggest venture for Lego Star Wars. I will attempt to part the Cloud City Boba together. I believe his helmet and torso may be the same as the base one. Oh, very interesting. Brick Therapy, you build whatever you want. Don't worry about what we are doing. I love it, Brick Together. Thank you. Feels like I have seen you and I haven't seen you in forever. Where are you hiding, John Powell? John Powell's right here with us. Yeah, the Clone Wars is goated, says Raccoon. It's my favorite Star Wars movie and show. Okay, Raccoon, so you're looking forward to the... Oh, no, wait, you're saying Clone Wars. I wonder why that would be a good movie storyline. I don't know if they would do it. Would they do a Clone Wars movie? That would be so cool. Of course, the actor who plays, who's basically Jango Fett and Boba Fett is not a young guy anymore. But they could do a total prequel for that. That would be a cool story. I don't know if Disney would do a good job with it. Their money could go a long way though. Owens Brick Studio, welcome, welcome. Brick Together says, I'm an original trilogy guy, but the Clone Wars is good too. Yes, I agree. Do you think Lego will ever 3D print Lego sets? And if they do, how will they do? Says R&B. I don't think they would they? Because they're molding, the company is very much into the quality of bricks. Like that documentary I was mentioning yesterday, like they go through, they have quality control, inspectors that look at a sample of every batch that's made, and the bad batch of Legos that they don't like Legos, like beautiful Lego pieces, you know, perfectly shaped, but maybe the color is grainy or a little bit streaked or whatever, and they get rid of it. Although, some have pointed out, I think if you watch, you know, one of the bigger YouTubers who's very meticulous, I want to say, Jane Bricks will point out the quality is not always the best, and so he's noticed that and pointed that out. So that is kind of interesting. But as far as I can tell, I would not notice. And it's just crazy to think though, they make these perfectly made Legos, the plastic and everything that they use, and if the pieces are not the right color scheme or something's just a little off according to the way that documentary showed it, they just throw it out, or I guess recycle it. But I assume they recycle it. I mean, Lego prides themselves on being all environmental these days. Which, by the way, I don't know how many sets I've opened, new ones and old, and they're still plastic bags. So, whatever with that. Raccoon says, yeah, I've recently watched the whole Marvel and Star Wars trilogy, and I think the Star Wars one is better than the Marvel. Oh, nice. So, well, Marvel did way more than a trilogy, right? They just kind of did. Well, I guess Iron Man be considered a trilogy and things like that. But I don't know. I like them both. I kind of felt like the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies were of that same humor and spirit of like Star Wars, just like that witty humor, but also seriousness and kind of like that edgy, like well used looking ships. Like they don't look clean and perfectly um, um, I don't know, made and molded, but everything about it, just the grainy look to the way they were made, it just looked realistic. So I appreciate about both of those. But yeah, I'd say the original Star Wars trilogy is better than that. R&B says, or BrickTherapy says R&B, they have already done 3D printed elements for sets. Oh, they have. Okay, I didn't know that. The Christmas train has a 3D printed piece. Well, there you go. Raccoon says, do you all like the smart play sets or no, don't like them? Good question, Raccoon. I haven't seen them. I've just seen people do reviews on them and they don't seem that great. And I really wouldn't care. Like, it would just be a theme I would, or it is a theme I would just take a pass on. And then the price alone, the price for those sets, and they look like 4+ type of Star Wars sets. I just wouldn't be interested in buying them. I don't know if, since they're made for kids, they're not priced well for little kids to, be able to get, where they'd save up their birthday money or whatever and buy. So I don't have a high opinion of them, but at the same time, Lego's done a lot of themes and releases that just don't sell well or seem that popular. So to me, it would just be like, that's a Lego product I don't care about. R&B from the part of the train says, oh, okay. Brick together 3D printing, even resin printing isn't the same quality as injection molding. There it is. That's the part I would think Lego would not want to give up on. And I am, in case you were wondering, building 75314, the Bad Batch attack shuttle, 969 pieces. And there are varied impressions of the shuttle, all pretty good, positive, so that's cool. I like the build myself. Initially, I was like, I don't know, with the dark gray and black and the blue, grayish blue, or like baby blue, I guess you could say. I don't know about that. And then, the minifigures, but all together, it's just a cool set. It's so unique, I think, for it to be part of the Star Wars theme. And, definitely does not fit in necessarily into the old school Star Wars look of things, but fun spin-off series and just an overall appealing build. So gosh, I'm trying to think. It would not fit. It would look so strange next to the Millennium Falcon or something. It doesn't look exactly like well, I don't know. I guess like the Imperial Shuttle. That's what I was saying before. It kind of looks like the Imperial Shuttle. It doesn't seem like a ship necessarily that would be in space, but it is the Bad Batch ship, and it looks cool. We dig it. And I'm trying to work my way through so I can see a good semblance of what this shuttle build is going to look like. And like the construction so far, I got some flexible pieces here to go into everything. So for me, it's day, says Raccoon. Nice daytime over there. Mayo says don't have class. Brick Together says I like the sand blue. That's the color, sand blue. The other therapy is here. Hey everyone, just came to watch the stream. Welcome. Therapy2332. I haven't been on in a while. What set are we building? The Bad Batch shuttle right here. Hey Pirate. The working man. Morning, buddy. Got home from working 2 p.m. to 12:30 midnight and have to work again today. The same time, I'm off this weekend. I got my Rio brick clock tower of Big Ben and 6 knocked off Lego sets. Pirate with the extra builds, the alt brig sets. Love it. Brick Together says, is that little Brick Therapy? Haha. No, it's not Brick Together. It's just, speaking of clones, it's a clone BT channel, I guess. That's why I just say therapy. Mayo, what set is that? Oh, okay, Mayo. All right, pay attention, my friend. Just showed it. This is the Bad Batch, 75314. The Bad Batch attack shuttle, 969 pieces. Released in 2021, retired December 2022, and you get the Bad Batch minifigures. Very unique names: Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, Echo, and Crosshair. And the probably the simplest of builds, but what a fun connection. Talk about old school Star Wars. You got a gonk droid there. You got the walking trash can robot guy. So you gotta love that. Pirate says, just wanted to stop in and say hello. Psh, all right, Pirate, you have a good one. Thanks for being here. Leave a like, my friend. Therapy2332 says, I'm a Brick Therapy fan. Let's go. When did that set come out, Mayo? Ask 2021, Mayo. I think it was just out for a year. Math says, gonna build the TIE Bomber tomorrow. Psh, ooh, that's one I wanted to get. Also want to get the, oh, what was that one? Oh, it was from the third movie of the second trilogy. The ARC Troopers. Oh, I can't think of it. I gotta look up that Star Wars set. There was one I did want to get that's semi-new. So Mayo, you think this set's old? I guess 2021 is old now. That's kind of a sad thing to think of. But yeah, working on the backlog and enjoying it, and this is what keeps things interesting. Working on these older sets, seeing how dedicated the Lego fans are, and if they recognize some of these sets. For sure, a lot of people would recognize the Clone Wars, and would they recognize the Bad Batch is the next question. So I recall maybe seeing one or two of those episodes with my younger son. And again, just saying, like, for an animated series for Star Wars, they were really well done. It's kind of fun to think of a storyline that takes place in between the original trilogy of episodes, like just before the fall of the Empire, and kind of, you know, more of a day-to-day look versus a macro look at what happened in the Star Wars realm. So I gotta hand it to George Lucas. I just love the intro to that movie. To think about how vast, it just speaks to how vast the universe is, to say a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That just captures so much of, like, the imagination, knowing that, you know, if you travel hundreds and millions of light years away, like, oh, this whole other history and drama and culture took place, and it took place a long time ago, which makes it thing like futuristic stuff could have happened at any moment in time, even if it was prehistoric times over here. So that's just a fun written concept all around. So yeah, that first trilogy of movies, it had a lot going for it. And now, oh, there we go. And then when you get into the second trilogy, the writing gets a little less compelling, but the scenes and everything are really good in the second trilogy. The concepts are fun to see, like Coruscant and Camino, where they made the clone army, and more Jedis, of course. That's always cool. It's just the dialogue. The dialogue. So yes, lots of fun stuff to think about. Pirate says, sorry, I haven't been on here. I've been missing your live streams. Been working a lot. Crazy work time schedule. No worries, man. I'm glad you're here when you are. It has a gonk droid too, says Math. I know, right? Get this guy. I love it, because it's such an obscure set. And yet the gonk droid, he is the glue to the Star Wars connection. The walking trash can. you could build an army of gonk droids when you see what goes into these guys. You know, probably a few of these pieces would be easy to acquire from build a brick, go to a brick wall and get a bunch of those pieces. Let's see. Any set that's retired is old. Not all old sets are vintage though. John Powell says Wrecker is a really big, strong dude in the show. Of course, you can't tell that from the minifigs. They could have made him like a big, or not the big fig, but yeah, those kind of, what would you call those muscle figs, like the Thanos guys or the Hulk ones they did for the Marvel sets. Brick Together says, no worries. Thanks for tuning in when you are able. That's right. Psh, exactly. Mayo says, YouTube glitched out. I don't know, Mayo. Looks like it's okay here. I saw your stuff. Is a gonk droid considered a fig? Good question, Brick Together. I guess because it's Lego, they can do what they want, and they did highlight him right there, you know, with all the other minifigs. He's a buildable fig, so I guess so. It's kind of like, you know, when you get the Avengers Tower or any of the Ninjago modulars, or I think even the UCS Death Star, it's like, oh, you get 80 figures, you get 30 or 40 figures, and then 2 or 3 of them are like some kind of weird build like this. Although the gonk droid, he's not weird. He's old school, man. He's good. I consider him a fig because he's gonk. Remember those old trash cans? He's the old trash can robot. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, whoops. Forgot to do one other. Oh, I had the, oh, there we go. You guys got me monologuing. What's going on here? I didn't add the second. Oh, I don't even know what this is. The second wing propeller. I don't know. Just some other engine piece to the shuttle. Or maybe it's gonna go. Actually, I don't know which way this is gonna go. So I'm assuming, if I can tell, this is definitely a connector part here. I'm guessing like right there, but we'll see. It's gotta be, right? The middle, the fuselage, I guess you could say, of the shuttlecraft here. Brickable World says, this is a really nice set. Bad Batch is really good. I agree, Brickable World. Drawing in a new appreciation for it. That's for sure. A new appreciation for especially Clone Wars, because there's been so many spin-off series from Star Wars itself, and I'd say, you know, Clone Wars has probably been the one that's older. It has a long history to it. I think that was probably one of the best ways to draw in, you know, younger Star Wars fans, were all those Clone Wars series, because my nephews were really into it. They watched every episode. They got several Lego Star Wars sets inspired by watching that. And yeah, just people become really into the Star Wars universe. And ooh, I need to figure something out here. Yeah, they just become really into the Star Wars universe, and then they know about Star Wars themselves. So I must say, it definitely lends itself to liking Star Wars builds. Unfortunately, it's retired, and so what can you do? All right. Oh, there we go. I'm like, what am I missing here? Another thing. Gotta watch these directions carefully. There we go. It's like, how does this thing even out in the front here? I'm not getting that snap. I need that Lego snap. What am I doing wrong here? Hello. Wow. Got a stubborn piece, or pieces. But this is the fun. Come on, Lego. Oh man, this is like Ulbrick. What am I doing wrong? Can't be this way. Oh, maybe that's why. Did I not connect? There we go. It would help if you had the piece facing the right way. Romy Bricks. Psh, let's go. Romy Bricks. Oh man, I've seen all the old school people. Love it. Brick Together says, oh, big figs is what they're called. Okay, yeah, those like, I don't have one around here. Yeah, like the Marvel, like the purple Thanos. He was those more like those muscle looking guys. They were like maybe a head taller, maybe a little bit taller than a regular minifig. And I don't know, but I know I have like a couple of those Thanos. I think they mostly came with the Marvel sets, like the Sanctum Sanctorum back there, but I don't think the figs are with it. Romy Bricks, DNM Bricks, psh, lots of cool people in the chat. Love this. Romy Bricks says, hello, Brick Therapy. How's things going out your way? 13th like incoming. What's good, says DNM Bricks. What is good, you guys? Good to see you both. And all of you guys. Brickable World, that set comes with some really nice minifigures. Yes. So DNM Bricks, you probably have this set. 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, 969 pieces. Great build. Kind of in this mode of getting the whole shuttle put together, but look at all the lots of cool pieces going into this inner part. And now I'm kind of curious like where it opens up. Curious as to where it opens up for the figures to actually go in, because I can't tell from the picture. Wait, maybe it shows it back here. Aha, there we go. There's the pilot section. The wings fold up. There we go, right there. What a fun ship. What a fun build. This we're gonna have to keep out on display for a while. The force is strong with this one. May the force be with you. This set comes with some really good figs. I agree, Tommy Britt. So I'm almost done with bag 3. Let's see. This is the part where, okay, I was gonna say bag 3, when I get through it, it does connect. It does connect. Okay, so I'm getting to this point. Let's go. All right. Brick Therapy, how much was this set when you got it? Oh, good question. Brickable World, I think, oh, let me look it up because I want to look up the original price. I got it for sale, or I got it on sale, I should say. Let me look it up. Lego 75314. I want to see what the original price was. I wonder if it'll tell me on Bricklink. Or no, brickset.com will tell me. That is a good question. That is a good question, Brickable World. And now I want to find out myself. Okay, so 75314. Let's see. Brickable World, it was originally priced at... Really? Was that much? Oh my goodness. I guess it was originally priced at 190. Is that right? Oh no, current value. Okay. Whew. It's like, that was no way that much. Oh, okay. Originally priced. Where is it? Usually Brickset tells you the original price, the history of the set. I definitely, okay. Oh no, original price was $100. So I think, oh, I don't think I paid more than, well, it was originally priced for 100. I think I got it for around 70. Brickable World. I got it like Walmart was having a sale and I cleared it. Honestly, when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. It just doesn't look like a Star Wars set, like the ship doesn't. But, you know, obviously now that I'm building it, once the sale price, you know, the right price, the right purchase price always shows up. And so that's what happened. That's what happened. That's why I got it. Did you guys pay $190 for this? I don't know if I'd pay $190 for this, but I definitely, when I got it, before it retired, you know, $70. Even then, like, that's kind of still a lot to ask. But I think the construction of the middle part of the ship is like what I'm enjoying the most. It almost, I guess I forgot what it was like to build lately, kind of more with Technic pieces, because I've been doing a lot of these smaller sets. And I guess these Star Wars ship sets, there's just a lot to this build. A lot of these flexible turn pieces here and a lot of Technic pins. And I just actually like it mid-construction. That's what's most enjoyable about it. So yeah, enjoying that. James Charles, welcome. Please Lego, he says. So thanks for joining the channel. Let's go. Darth Talon is going to be Canon, says DNM Bricks. I would pay $190. Yeah, so if you are, it's cool as heck. I agree, DNM. I agree, man. It's a cool set. I don't know, but you would pay $190. You know, if you're a Lego Star Wars fan, especially, and a collector, I could see, especially as I build through this, like I'm trying to show a lot of the detail in the build. Like you're in for like a really good build. And then the figs, which I need to get to here. Let me get one of the minifigs because there is one more guy here, and I left him for the last part of this build, but oh, he looks cool. I think this is Tech. I didn't realize Tech. See, he doesn't even look like he doesn't even look like a Star Wars guy. Let me show you. So he comes with a helmet, but he also comes with a hairpiece. He kind of looks like a Tech. He kind of looks like a computer geek. Let me see. He comes with a backpack piece. This is why I saved him for the end, because there's a lot of small detailed pieces that go into this build, and I couldn't find them all when I dumped out all the bag detailed pieces. But he's got like an antenna backpack. It's like a communications guy, and he's got these cool green glass visors, and he's got the hairpiece or the helmet, and he's got so there's Tech. He's got a facial expression without the glasses too, so you get a lot of fun features from the fig. Look at that fun expression. Then he's got kind of this I don't know, this kind of throwback 80s hair, maybe even late 70s hairstyle, kind of Elvis looking. You gotta love that. He's got the small kind of squared off blaster. He almost, if you guys remember G.I. Joe, he definitely seems like a G.I. Joe character. All the variety of G.I. Joe characters. Okay, and then his helmet is so cool. His helmet, I don't think there's any connected pieces. His helmet is sweet. It looks like a bounty hunter helmet. So Tech from Bad Batch. Tech without helmet, looking pretty cool. Tech got to take off the hairpiece with the best facial expression ever. And then Tech with helmet. Snap it on here. Dude looks like a G.I. Joe character. I'm telling you, man. And it looks like a F-14 Tomcat pilot almost too. And then Tech on his hover speeder thing, whatever these are called. The dude rocks. All right, DNM Bricks, I could see this alone is worthy of owning this set. Tech rocks. This is like, if this wasn't even Star Wars, I wouldn't be surprised, because it just looks so unique. What a cool build. All right, that was a tribute to Tech. Tech's a great figure, and I need to watch that Bad Batch at some point. Maybe it's on YouTube. Probably not. I have to find clips on YouTube. I don't have Disney Plus. I would imagine it's on Disney Plus. I don't want to subscribe to Disney Plus just to watch one episode, but to kind of get to know these characters better and appreciate this build, which means a very temporary interest and enthusiasm, because once I finish the build, I'll forget all about this. I'll have to go back to this live stream and catch all this. But oh my gosh, this is so cool. All right, so that was Tech, and now what do I do with this section here? Let's see if I can finish Yeah, just this part here. I don't, you know, there's like all these sweet looking connections. I don't know what this is all in. Maybe this is the tail. This is maybe the front that will go in here, but it just looks so good. Looks so good. Let's see, the green speeder is odd though. I don't know, D&M Bricks. After looking at tech, I think I like it, especially because it breaks up the color. I think it breaks up the color, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, a really cool build. Romy Brick says, when did you purchase this amazing Lego set? This one came out in 2021, Romy Bricks. So like, what would I say? Probably around that. I could have sworn I got it more recently than that because they said it retired. Bricklink said it retired in 2022. But I know, as you guys probably know too, like even though Lego sets do retire officially from Lego, you can still find them on retail for a while. So maybe, because I got it through Walmart. I'm pretty sure I bought it off of Walmart. And every once in a while, Walmart, I don't know if it's as often anymore. They have some amazing prices. Although Roaming Bricks, that's probably something you can't take advantage of, but that's so fun. Tommy Brick says, I support all the brick companies because each one makes a different product that I might like and enjoy. That's why I buy different sets. Exactly. Well said, Tommy. Well said. Right. I skipped a step. This is where, if I get to the end sometimes when I'm doing the live stream, I'm like, how do I have a 2x4 or 2x3 or some other large scale, or not large scale, but definitely not a single stud piece as an extra piece? That can't be right. And now I know, okay, because I skipped a layer of the build, but now things are good. I think, what am I doing? Okay, then I got that. Got to try and, there's just something on the build here I'm not catching. Is it that? Oh, how am I keep missing steps here? All right, let me go back again. So this is like me building the yellow castle. I gotta make sure. I must be getting late. Oh, that's why. I'm getting past the 1 hour mark again here. Thought I would get to the point of finishing this bag 3, but I was pretty stoked on showing off the minifigure. So that was the one key part there. Love the Bad Batch set. So I'm glad I picked a good one. I was like, I need to, oh, finally. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. All right, this is a good way to end the stream. Get the two front part of the shuttle and the fuselage connected here. So Technic pin, connectors ready. And I gotta hear, hopefully it'll hear a satisfying snap here, or contact, there we go. Okay, well, a slide, a satisfying slide. So that looks cool. All right, and then there's some residual pieces that go on, but you know, that's pretty cool for the Bad Batch. Now we've got 3 out of the 5 Bad Batch guys. We got Tech and Hunter. Dude is serious with his dagger blade. My goodness, this guy must be fierce. And Crosshair. Crosshair is looking very ninja-like with those dark colors there. And wherever they go, they need a gonk droid. I don't know what the protocol is for a gonk droid, but they got one there. So very cool. Good stuff. But thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for joining the live stream. Have a good one.